Check, check, check.
Chairs over together. You can move it? You try to move it. Because nobody runs off the chair. This is weird because I'll actually see the camera. What? I'll actually see what my camera sees from up there now. I never had it where I'll be able to see what the camera is. Turn on yourself. This is my graduation now. How'd you like the show? I'll just take a minute. Yeah, smart though. It's fine. I have a random diploma in my book. It's a dude named Salvador. I have no idea what he is. I just have his high school. It's an actual graduated high school diploma. It was a mix-up, and it never got sorted out, so I just have it. They got yours? No, I have both. Oh, yours both? I have both. So, my buddy moved right before he was in high school. So we can get a diploma. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you look to your immediate right, you will see the beginning of our processional. Momentarily, we'll start the proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2025. I'm going to do a moment of silence first. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats, and we invite veterans and active duty military to render the proper salute for playing of our national anthem. But first, as we always do, we'd like to take a moment for family members, friends, and loved ones who could not be at this ceremony and share in the celebration with us. So if you'd please follow me for a moment of silence. Thank you. Please take your seats. On behalf of the Clarkston Community Schools Board of Education, I would like to welcome the students, parents, family members, community members, and Clarkston High School community staff and administrators to the commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2025. Commencement is more than simply an annual event, particularly in Clarkston. It's a moment that's shared between faculty, families, students in a setting that's special to us and to our community. It's a time when our schools and families come together for a rite of passage that is filled with pride of achievement and a sense of nostalgia. As a school district and a school board, we're very happy you could be here with us this evening. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ava Lontine and Charlotte Parchenko, who will introduce the Board of Education.
Good evening, everyone. Before we start, we would like to take a moment to introduce and honor our Board of Education. First, we would like to introduce our president, Greg Need.
Our vice president, Stephanie Crane.
Our treasurer, Elizabeth Egan.
Our secretary, Cheryl McGinnis.
And our trustees, Mike Clark, Steve Heyer, and Amanda Love.
We thank you for your commitment to ensuring that all students in Clarkston have the ability to reach their highest potential as students.
Thank you, girls. Also on stage with us here this evening, to my right, your left, we have Mr. Sean Ryan, Superintendent of Schools. Assistant Principal Josh LeMay. Assistant Principal Amy Quayle. Kelly Sinison, Dean of Students. Right in the middle, we have our student speaker this evening, Hannah Budzinski. Also on the stage is Mike Lewis, our music director, Ben Nidek, our choral director. Thank you, guys. And I would be remiss if I didn't say a few thank yous to about the 3 people that planned this entire event. Event planners Danielle Clark. Give them a wave, Danielle. Sarah Robinson. Andrea Scalzi. And somewhere back here live streaming the event with Independence Television is Matt Blau and his entire crew. Thanks, guys. I'd also like to collectively thank tonight staff members, teachers, members of our PTO, and principals who are with us here tonight. Now, I'm going to go through and talk about the principals at the other schools, and there's a real competition between these people, so hold your applause, because it'll just go on and on like who's the more popular principal, so hold your applause. John Bennick, Clarkston Junior High School. Hold your applause. Liz Walker, Sashabaw Middle School. Brian Adams, the Clarkston Elementary name I can't say until we change it. Yeah, the Dragons, same as our rivals down the road. Kim Fletcher, Andersonville Elementary Eagles. Nate Fuller, Independence Broncos. Jen Johnson, North Sashaball Wildcats, Jody Yellowshan, the Pine Knob Tigers, Matt Gifford, the Springfield Plains Dolphins, and Glenn Galtieri, the Bailey Lake Bulldogs. Let's give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Glenn Galtieri, he is retiring this year as a very distinguished principal of Bailey Lake Elementary, and our very own Josh LeMay will be taking over next year, so Glenn had something for him. It's a tiny little bulldog. At this time, I'd like to introduce our senior class. Everything just fell. Senior class sponsors, Becky Kroll and Amy Allen.
Good evening, class of 2025. First and foremost, congratulations to each and every one of you. Today marks the culmination of your hard work, dedication, and countless memories made over the years. Mrs. Kroll and I speak not just as representatives of your teachers, but as individuals who have had the privilege of seeing you grow. It has been an honor to witness you evolve from the eager sophomores we met 3 years ago to the confident, driven young adults before us today. Throughout these years, whether in the classroom, at events, or just during casual conversations, we've been fortunate to share your highs and lows. You've taught us just as much as we've taught you, from the latest slang, to how to approach challenges with resilience and grace. We'll miss the energy, the laughter, and yes, even your TikTok dances in the hallways. So thank you for allowing us to be part of your adventure. You've left your stamp on our hearts, and we wouldn't have it any other way.
As you step into the next chapter of your lives, know this: the road ahead may have its twists and turns, but you are more than ready for whatever comes your way. You've already shown the world what you are capable of. Now, as we continue our celebration of your accomplishments, it's time to hear the voices from the heart of your class. It is our greatest pleasure to invite Aisha Patel, Carly Davis, and Avery Myers to introduce the executive board. Will the whole board join us?
Welcome families, faculty, and most importantly, our fellow graduates. Today we are here to introduce our 2025 Student Executive Board. I'm Avery Myers.
I am Carly Davis. And I'm Aisha Patel. The 2025 Student Executive Board has been making decisions on behalf of our senior class for the past 3 years. Specifically, we have worked to give back to our school, plan our senior prom, and to allow students' opinions to be heard. Through this opportunity, we have all gained the understanding that our voices have the power to make an impact in our community.
Before we proceed, we want to take a moment to express our sincere gratitude to our incredible class sponsors, Ms. Allen and Mrs. Kroll. Their unwavering support, guidance, and encouragement have been instrumental in bringing our ideas to life. We truly couldn't have done it without them. Without further ado, Avery will now introduce our class board. Please hold your applause till the end.
Lydia Adams, Benjamin Ankrum, Olivia Booker, Sarah Chapman, Carly Davis, Madison Drake, Benjamin Gazelle, Stephanie Johnson, Ava Lontine, Erica Luther, Marley Mazer, Audrey Morgan, Elia Morganer, Avery Myers, Addison Newblatt, Charlotte Parchenko, Aisha Patel, Peyton Seeley, Emily Sherman, Cameron Thomas, Michaela Truby, and last but not least, Jack Tultz.
Just 6 years ago, we left our various elementary schools to all come together for middle school. The first days of 6th grade were scary and awkward. The locker combinations were confusing, and the middle school felt like a daunting maze. However, being on teams made this new experience feel more manageable, and we were all able to bond over the disgusting food at 6th grade camp. In 7th grade, we listened to Old Town Road and watched the Sister Squad on YouTube. Then suddenly, our week-long spring break turned into 3 months, cutting our middle school experience short.
The beginning of our time at the junior high was unconventional, to say the least. We met our teachers and classmates through a screen, and I can speak for most of us when I say I think we were all half asleep most of the time. Eventually, we were able to go to school part-time, yet we were still separated from our friends with a last name at the opposite end of the alphabet. For a lot of us, this first year at the junior high was a very difficult year, but I like to think that it made our class more resilient and adaptive to whatever came our way.
9th grade is a year that starts most kids' high school careers, but we are lucky enough to ride out feeling like a kid for one more year in the junior high. In fact, we may have taken a little bit too much advantage of it by participating in dumb TikTok trends like devious licks and getting ourselves into a little bit of trouble. But hey, we couldn't resist ourselves. We finally got to take our masks off and see each other smile and laugh for the first time in a long time. And that was a feeling that made our very first bit of GPA data and the impending doom of high school coming so soon seem a little bit less scary.
Heading into 10th grade was a big year for us. It was almost like the junior high knew we were leaving since renovations began the second we left. Now, we were at a new school with air conditioning problems, while every student struggled through chemistry. At least I can thankfully claim I know how to convert grams to moles. Along with that, students spent countless times checking their phones for the daily Be Real notification. Sports-wise, football made the state championship semifinal, basketball won another division title, and someone decided to bring a lobster to the football student section.
Outside the classroom, the Lions earned their first division title since 1993. Everything was referred to as an era, and Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Yikes.
In the end, we were beyond happy to be done with our first year of high school, even though 2 more years seem so far away.
Today, we celebrate surviving what may be the most chaotic, caffeine-fueled, emotionally unstable year of high school, junior year. The year of college talks, AP exams, SAT stress, and learning how to juggle more than we thought we could handle. It wasn't perfect or painless, but it was the kind of journey that made a difference. We walked into that year thinking we had it all figured out, and then school got harder, days got longer, and sleep became more of a memory than a reality.
But somewhere in all that chaos, we found our rhythm. It made us stronger, smarter, and more self-aware. It taught us that we could overcome hard things and that we are capable of even more than we could think. We had a lot more responsibilities, but along came more opportunities. No more restrictions on our driver's license, no more getting pushed to the back of the student section, and no getting lost in the school hallways. We started making decisions for ourselves, like if we were Team Kendrick or Team Drake, or if we could push off homework for just one more night. But through it all, the friendships we made help us survive.
Remember all the important moments from junior year, like skipping just enough class to stay sane, but not enough to get caught. Mastering the art of pretending to take notes while actually online shopping or watching TikToks, all the countless hours of screen time, and also all the time spent on ChatGPT praying it was giving us the right answers. But more importantly, remember how you kept going and pushed through all the struggles. Those moments, big and small, became the foundation for the seniors we were about to become. They taught us that growth doesn't always come easy, but it does come with a purpose.
It seems like just yesterday we were all waking up on our last first day of school. Then we blinked, and all of a sudden, we were sitting at Pine Knob Music Theater in our caps and gowns at our high school graduation ceremony.
Senior year was full of its highs and lows, but from those moments we made memories that will live and be a part of our lives for years to come. Our senior year began in August with a fresh start at senior sunrise, with what seemed like 8 long months still ahead of us. We had countless home football games with mostly seniors at the front leading the jungle with games with spirit themes we have come to know so well. Whether you stayed the whole game or left after the first half, those late night Friday games is what brought us closer to our friends. There were also many fun days ahead that went along with our homecoming week, like our neon pep rally, powder puff, and ending the week with our last To the Moon and Back homecoming themed dance.
We got to participate in senior skip day. Well, not if you didn't want to get behind in Kelker stats. But we finally were able to embrace the idea of senior privilege. The days gave us the opportunity to take a break from school and finally catch up on sleep, binge watch an entire season of a show we were behind on, or just hang out with our friends. Next came senioritis, the illness that hit all of us at some point throughout the year, whether on the first day of school, after Christmas or spring break, or during finals week when you really didn't want to be studying. Most of us embraced its onset, for it was inevitable, but others of us fought it off for as long as we could. But we made it through, despite the lack of motivation, the late night cramming, and the days relied on by Celsius's or Alani's for the energy to get up.
Speaking of senior influenza, our fashion choices have definitely reflected our grade-wide slump. Sometime after first semester exams, we collectively decided that pajama pants count as formal wear and a hoodie is perfectly acceptable attire for every occasion. And who could blame us? It's hard to keep track of anything when Michigan's weather decided to go off script. An average week of senior year looked like a snow day on Monday, a heat advisory on Wednesday, and a full-blown thunderstorm on Friday. But through it all, the weird weather, the questionable outfits, and the very real slump, we made it. And if we've learned anything, it's that sometimes you have to laugh at the chaos, layer up, and keep moving forward. Because brighter days and hopefully more predictable weather are ahead.
From the icy splash of the bucket challenge to the sunny freedom of spring break, we've lived every moment like it was our last, because in some ways it was. We danced at prom and we cheered at our last sports games with our hearts full of pride and nostalgia. Senior week reminded us how far we've come. And exams, well, let's just say we survived them, barely, but we made it. We studied, we laughed, and we will walk across this stage, not just as students, but as graduates. Every moment, every memory, and every friend we've made has helped shape our high school experience. Whether you pursue higher education, enter the workforce, or take a different route, the future is now yours to shape.
While graduation signifies the closing of a major milestone, it also represents the start of a journey towards new challenges and growth. So class of 2025, here's to the late nights, early mornings, and everything in between. Let's go make the future something we can be proud of. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it.
Ready? Thank you to the members of the executive board. They put in a ton of work on behalf of the class, and it's really appreciated. The school board in Clarkston Community Schools serves a valuable leadership role. They selflessly give their time, their effort, and their understanding to establish a vision for our community and what we have for our school district. At this time, I'd like to introduce School Board President, Mr. Greg Need. Mr. Need, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Call. Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, I am honored to also welcome the class of 2025 and all of your proud parents, family members, and friends. Graduation is one of the most important duties we have as a Board of Education, because tonight, when you hand you your diploma, we're not just celebrating all your hard work, we're showing our community that Clarkston Community Schools has delivered on its promise, that the class of 2025 is prepared for a future that excites them, and they believe they can achieve their dreams. So class of 2025, I'm going to repeat what I just heard, you made it! Congratulations. You have overcome challenges, adapted to change, and grown in ways you might not even realize yet. And now you stand on the edge of something new. But you know, it's natural to want to charge ahead and get ahead with the next phase of your life. But before you rush forward into what's next, I want to ask you to pause. There's a line from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Some of you may know it, your parents probably do. And it goes like this. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around, you just might miss it. And that's what tonight is about. Stopping, looking around, taking it in. As someone who's watched my own kids grow up, CHS graduates of 2017 and 21, and as someone now preparing to be a grandparent, I can tell you these milestone moments don't come often. So savor this one. Take a breath and remember this moment, not just as a beginning, but as an ending. Because today is filled with lasts, and that's the theme tonight. Find the beauty in the lasts. Now, all of you have completed probably hundreds, maybe thousands of assignments in your school careers. You may have thought you were done, but I'm sorry. I have just one more. A little exercise for you to think about. If you could write a letter to your future self tonight, what would you say about this moment? Your last night as a Clarkston High School student, the last night of this chapter of your life. Do you know what I'd hope you'd write? Something like this. I stopped, I soaked it in, I looked around and saw the faces of my family, my friends, my teachers. I felt their love and support. I felt pride for making it here. I felt excited and anxious, but also I felt ready. That's what I'd hope you'd say. Let me share a story. A few weeks ago, my wife and I were in the stands at Baldwin-Wallace University watching our son's Otterbein lacrosse team play their last game of the season. And even though Otterbein lost that game, when it ended, I looked across the field at the players and I saw something special. Expecting mostly disappointment, what I saw instead were hugs and tears and gratitude. Because for my son and the other seniors, it wasn't just about the scoreboard. It was the last time they would ever put on those jerseys, the last time they would stand side by side, shoulder to shoulder with teammates they'd known for 4 more years. They stayed on the field, taking selfies, replaying memories, laughing, maybe shedding a few tears. It was the last time that team would ever be together on the field. They stopped, they looked around, they soaked it in. They found the beauty in that last time. Now, in just a few moments, we'll watch you take your last walk as part of Clarkston Community Schools. You'll cross this stage, receive your diploma, shake our hands, maybe give Mr. Call and Dr. Ryan one last high five. Today may be your last day as students of Clarkston High School, but it's also the first day of the rest of your story. So go forward with courage, be bold, be kind, and when the time comes for another last in your life, don't rush through it. Reflect on it, honor it, Find the beauty in it. And one last request. I know I said that a few minutes ago, but really, one last request. When you tell the rest of your story, we want to hear about it. So graduates and parents, please keep in touch. Be sure to share those stories of success because we want to celebrate with you. And as you go forward, realize that your friends, your family, the Clarkston Community School staff, Dr. Ryan, and your Board of Education, we are also incredibly proud of you. And we can't wait to see what your next first will be. Congratulations, class of 25.
Thank you, Mr. Need. Fortunately, I think there was somebody from the class of 2044 that wasn't very happy over there. Won't be the last time you're here, kid. Clarkston High School has a long tradition of allowing seniors, any member of the senior class who wants to try out to give the graduation speech. This year's theme, as Mr. Need said, was Find the Beauty in the Lasts. We had 15 students audition this year, and they were absolutely tremendous. This year, the committee selected a student whose story is relatable to many of our graduates. Hannah Budzinski, the podium is yours.
Hello, Clarkston family, friends, faculty, administrators, and most importantly, graduating class of 2025. We are here to celebrate a pivotal moment in all of our lives, the end of our time as students in Clarkston. We started this journey together 13 years ago when we wore colored shirts with our elementary school names and the words class of 2025. And now we're ending it together with our caps, gowns, and tassels that read class of 2025. Going into the last summer of school, or the last semester of school, a lot of us are plagued with what one might call senioritis, just waiting for this very day to come. And we put our year on 2x speed to get it over with. The talk about preparing for college, the military, or a job, fighting for a high GPA, doing as much as possible to make yourself the best you can be. And through all of that, it's hard to remember why we are doing it because it just becomes habit. But here it is, the moment it all led to. Whether we like it or not, we've gotten to know each other and have been there for each other through it all. I think it's important, especially now, to slow down and realize how incredible this all is. We did it. We have gone through years of productive schooling and creating an incredible legacy. We are not any school, we are Clarkston, striving to be not just good, but the best. Our experiences have created some of the most successful and smart individuals who are about to go into the world. We will continue to impact all of those around us because we are a well-rounded group. And I know that each and every one of us are destined for positive growth. All of these things are so evident when breaking down the moments and looking at the bonds we've created. The bonds between classmates when a test was especially hard. The bond between club members who have met week after week. The bond between the people in the student section on a chilly fall night watching the football game, and the shared pride when we win. The bond between you and a comfort teacher who has watched you grow into the person you are today. Because these are the bonds between you and the people that got you through school. And that's really what makes it. The people who have seen you at your best and your worst, and the relationships that you build because of it. Through all of those moments, those things and people who've become part of your routine, somewhere between then and now, you were experiencing a last. I'm sure you were glad to have some of them, the last test or assignment, the last time you checked Student View, or some of them you never even considered as a last, like the last snow day, bake sale, and the last Spirit Week. Some of them are bittersweet. You might even say sad. The last performance or competition, game with your team or school dance. The last time being in class with your junior and sophomore friends. And the last time you'll sit with that group of people at that table And I know there's someone you think of when I say that. The last time visiting your childhood friend's house, even the last time posing outside your front door on the first day of school for a picture that your mom insists on taking every year. This is the last time we'll all be in a group. Maybe even the last time you'll see some of these people. But being sentimental and sad and bittersweet about these things doesn't always indicate weakness or ugliness. It's proof of its weight in our lives. I think that the last is beautiful, oftentimes the most meaningful. There is a saying, best for last, after all. The same way that the last fruit of the season is the sweetest, and the last game of a tournament is the most intense, and the last bits of sunlight during a sunset are the deepest and most radiant ribbons of orange and pink that you've ever seen. The last moments we have as Clarkston students before we go into the world are just that, the most memorable. They signify the opportunity for endless beginnings. After sunset comes nightfall, which opens a new threshold of moments to be made. Nothing really ever ends. We have the memories to prove that. So savor this last. Everything is changing, the sun is dipping below the horizon, and we are becoming the stars in the night sky. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Superintendent of Clarkston Community Schools, as well as a very proud father of a member of the class of 2025. Dr. Ryan is committed and loyal to the students and staff in our community and somebody truly dedicated to bringing educational opportunities to students within Clarkston Community Schools. So Sean, like myself and like many of us here this evening, is a very proud parent looking forward to seeing his daughter walk across the stage tonight. So for the rest of the night, he's not Dr. Ryan, he's Dr. Dad. Dr. Dad, the podium is yours.
Kind of like the ring of that, Dr. Dad. First things first, for a gentleman to my right here who does an amazing job at recognizing everyone else, you have to understand that more than 25 years ago, Principal Dad and myself were just a little older than the students sitting in front of us right now. And we were a mess a lot of days. We did a lot of great things as teachers, and we've been here for a long time, a little bit. But for those of you who don't know Mr. Call in the crowd or have not had that experience with Principal Dad, he is as crazy as you get him when you hear him on the announcements or you see him in the hallways or you might have come across in a town. I can't think of a man who has done more to make a lively, energized, connected, relationship-driven environment as Gary Call. And I think we should take a moment here, as he recognized everybody else, especially our class of 2025, to give a big round of applause for Principal Dad.
Do I get one of those cars now that Teachers of the Year get?
Sure. Actually, when you came up here, I thought you were going to hug me. Kind of disappointed. Did feel good. I love you, man. So, as I was watching Hannah, first of all, you guys have to understand, when you look across a crowd of like 5,000 to 7,000 people, it's scary. Her confidence in the way she just belted out and delivered, guys, come on. Hey, another round of applause for Hannah. Awesome job. And how proud her parents have to be standing up here. And far from being able to look at my phone and read a speech, I have it like in 14-point font here, and I'm going to still put on some glasses because, you know what, getting old stinks. But it's better than the alternative. So, good evening. This is where I start the real speech. Distinguished faculty, honored guests, proud parents, families, and most importantly, the extraordinary graduating class of 2025. It's an honor to celebrate this moment with all of you, because I look across the crowd, again, going off script here, seeing 500 of our best kids in Clarkston, supported by thousands and thousands and thousands of family and friends. I mean, Clarkston knows how to throw a party. I absolutely love it, and I love it if you guys can make a little bit of noise because it kind of makes it that vibe that we're really looking for graduation from Clarkston. A little louder. Clarkston does it right and like no place else. But tonight, I stand before you with a unique blend of emotions: pride, joy, nostalgia, and if I'm being honest, a bit of disbelief. For many years, I've been blessed to stand at the stage representing our great district. As we celebrate the success of our students, it's always one of my favorite evenings of the year, but this one hits differently. I think Mr. Carr already let out the secret, but because this year I'm not only just your superintendent, but like Mr. Call, I'm also the proud dad of a graduate sitting out there in a cap and gown. And I'll tell you guys, even though it's a little scary, this is absolutely the best seat in the house, okay? No offense, but to see this is absolutely incredible to be in the middle of it. So, like many of you, I'm wondering how we got here so fast. It's a beautiful and complicated thing, watching someone you love grow up. As the great scholar, actress, and comedian Amy Poehler once said, parenting is a lot like a series of short stories. Each chapter begins and you don't know how it's going to go. There are familiar and unfamiliar characters, twists and turns, and just when you finally hit your stride, when you think to yourself, I love this story, I've got it now, it ends. And the next one begins. Different setting, different tone, same main characters, just a little older. That's what makes tonight so powerful. Tonight, this short story ends, and it's one of the beautiful lasts that we're talking about this evening as our theme. And it's easy, on the other hand, to spot the firsts. The first time you look into your baby's eyes. Okay, you'll catch up with us in a couple years, grads, but for everybody else in the audience, you know that feeling. Their first steps, the first day of school, the first time behind the wheel. How scary. But lasts, they are quiet. They sneak past you, and you don't know it until it's past. The last time your child wants to hold your hand when they walk into school. Parents, remember that day? Yep. The last time you were the hero for checking under the bed for monsters or taking out a spider. Spider checks. Awesome memories. Or the last time you grabbed their lunch and do the walk of shame to drop it off at the school because they forgot it again. At the time, they can feel like chores, but one day, without warning, those things stop happening, and you realize those moments weren't interruptions. They were part of the story. I've spent nearly 3 decades in education, and in that time, I've seen how fast the pages turn. And I've also learned that the goal isn't to be perfect. Not as a student, a teacher, a parent, and certainly not as a superintendent. The goal really is to stay present, engaged, to hold on to the little things because that's where our humanity lives. It lives in the earbuds, in the school books, and papers always covering my kitchen table at home. The toys years ago that were scattered all over the house and how painful it is to step on a Lego. The road trip detours, the eye rolls, which I'm probably getting right now. The inside jokes, and yes, even the 24 towels used by 2 teenage girls in only 6 days. As sadly I do the laundry, I can't comprehend how this is even possible, but I'm sure it's in there as far as a great memory someday. We obviously can't slow down time, but we can pay attention, and if we're lucky, we can carry those little pieces forward into the next story. To the graduates, this night is all about you. You've done it. You put in the work, you survived the papers, the tests, the projects, and the presentation. Through it all, you've grown. You built relationships and friendships, you made memories, and you successfully navigated through the stories outlined for you thus far. But now, things change. After tonight, you're stepping into a world that will ask you to take the pen and become your own author, and I don't think ChatGPT is going to be able to help you too much. And your parents, they're still your consultants now. I think I speak for all of us when I say we'll still be here, just in the background, texting you reminders, checking in to see how you're doing, and when necessary, Venmoing you money when you forget your lunch still. In these next stories, you'll chase dreams, face challenges, build new relationships, and really discover who you are. And along the way, please pay attention to the ones who are with you on your journey, because at the end of it all, it's not about your title, your bank account balance, or the square footage of your house. It's about the people you love and the people who love you back. To all the parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, friends out there, I see you. I really do. I'm with you. You're probably holding it together by a thread, which I am right now. And maybe you've already started to reflect on your lasts. That's okay. We're allowed to feel all the feelings because, man, this is real. This is real. So tonight, laugh a little, cry a little, hug someone a little longer than usual, and remember this moment, because this one, it's a keeper. There's a line from the play Our Town that always stayed with me ever since I read it in high school. Do any human beings ever realize life while they're living it? My answer, maybe not. But I'd say it's the moments like this when we do. Class of 2025, you're ready. You're loved. And we are so very proud of you. Congratulations. Thank you. Come here, Matt. Good job.
Thank you, Dr. Dad. Good evening, everybody. As Dr. Ryan said, I'm Gary Call, Master of Ceremonies this evening, and I am the proud principal of all of your kids in the class of 2025. As we do every year, we have a tradition when we have year-end recognitions or ceremonies. I ask for our students to give a round of applause to their parents and loved ones. So students, if we could, for everybody who's here with you, for everybody who couldn't be here tonight, let's give your parents a big round of applause. So, I grew up in Clarkston, proud graduate of the class of 1990. I've been coming to Pine Knob forever. I worked at Pine Knob when I was in high school, and several years ago, my lovely wife Lisa and I were at a comedy show at Pine Knob, and I think they were taping it because there would be these little lights that would come on and they would say applause. And it wasn't like for the funniest joke or anything necessarily, but when the applause sign came out, people would just start applauding. So I have a buddy that lives on the corner of Pine Knob and Stickney, just north of Bailey Lake Elementary. He's outside right now. He's working in his garden. And I told him that we had graduation, the commencement ceremony tonight, and I said, I bet you can hear these people. Because he said, no, I can only hear like the encore for certain bands that are here at night. So as Dr. Ryan said, let's try something. I just made this thing like 20 minutes before I came here. Ready? Now, you got to bring it. It's not going to be just like one of those little claps. Like, we need to hear this at Stickney and Bailey Lake. Glenn, how far is that? That's like 2.65 miles away, right? All right. 1, 2, 3. Go. You got go. Go! Applause! 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 Class of 2025. That's it. It gets the blood flowing a little bit. So there's one thing I'd like to say and start off with, and I want to tell you guys that I've said this before, but this year, I really, really mean it. You guys are, in no uncertain terms, in all of my 29 years with Clarkston Community School at Clarkston High School, the single best class ever. That's you. That is you. Somebody asked me if this is the last time I'm going to say this, and probably not, because people seem to like it and they talk about it for a while. But I'm not kidding. You guys were the best class. But hence the grad speech theme tonight, finding the beauty in the lasts. We had 15 students who tried out to be the guest speaker this year. And I am definitely not joking with this. It's probably the most stacked 15 we've ever had. We'll get 15 to 20 kids that try out. They were all on theme. All their speeches were great. It was incredibly difficult to pick a finalist. But we narrowed it down to 4. And the 4 were Leah Geis, Shay Brendan, Finn Berard, and of course Hannah. And they all articulated how there is good in goodbyes, welcomes and farewells, how endings make space for new beginnings, and the fact that we remember a lot of our firsts, but not many of our lasts. And maybe as we age, it's those lasts that are most poignant to us. Now, at this point, and I've done this for a while now, if you try out for a graduation speech, there's 3 things that are not going to get you in. None of the 15 had one of these 3 things. You know, if you do something for a long time, kind of get your pet peeves. The first pet peeve is mentioning Dr. Seuss in your grad speech. Too easy. The places you'll go, too easy. Second thing is, don't count the days, minutes, seconds that you've been in school, right? But using Claude AI, because I'm more of a Claude man than ChatGPT, I did figure out that you spent 59 million seconds in school since kindergarten. That's crazy to think about. And finally, don't provide the dictionary definition of a word. A lot of people start off their addresses like, Webster's dictionary defines success as, and then they go for it. But I'm going to do just that, all right? Because we got this theme, and then I thought lasts, and I'm thinking about it, and I thought, well, I'm going to look it up in the dictionary. There are so many meanings for the word last, and last is kind of a pedestrian word. You don't think about it too much, unless you say it 5 times in a row and it doesn't make sense anymore, like every other word. But I thought about lasts a bit differently, as the profound aspects of the human experience that remain with you for a lifetime, the profound aspects of your experiences that stay with you. Those are your memories, your relationships, experiences you have, perspectives you take, your values, your wisdom, the things that you have about you that last. Youth, particularly for you guys at this age, comes with a lot of lasts because you're having a lot of different experiences. This is an exciting time in life. You're just starting off. You're going out on new pathways. And you're going to have many new and exciting experiences. And you'll remember a lot of those as firsts. And society tends to emphasize those firsts. But many of our parents and grandparents out here tonight can join me in championing and savoring the lasts, the moments you might experience something for the last time. Much like Dr. Ryan did, I was thinking about some lasts, and I asked some people in our office about their lasts. The last Christmas, when your kids, if you have kids under 7, cover their ears, still believe. The last missing tooth. The last time you got to pick up your child and really hold them. The last story you got to read to them. The last time you drove them somewhere. The last time they walked off the field or the stage, or all those little accomplishments they finally did on their own, which marked the last time your children needed your help. Yes, these experiences were the lasts, but they're the moments in life that give lasting meaning. See what I did there? Students, when you get in the car tonight after you leave, after you've walked across the stage, after you've taken pictures with friends and family, and you're either alone, or you're with some friends, or you're with your family, you're going to find yourself in a strange position, and I want you to think about it for a while. It's a place between happy and sad, somewhere in the spectrum where you're feeling both of those emotions at the same time. I named it sappy. I want to encourage you guys to sit in that feeling. I want you to think about it. Just take a minute, because in the future, if you can identify that, you're going to have so much meaning in your lives, because you're going to be able to recognize and identify some of those lasts. If you can learn to enjoy the lasts, It'll change your appreciation of and engagement with many of the wonderful experiences you'll have throughout your life, which is ultimately what we want for all of you. So from all of us at CHS, we hope you find joy in all the moments life has to offer, all of the firsts, all of the lasts, that each lead to happy, healthy, and productive lives for you all. Best of luck, guys. At this time, I'd like to get ready for the meat and potatoes portion of the evening, the presentation of the class of 2025. Get your cameras ready. Hey, my buddy just texted me. He heard you all. He said, hey, he heard you. It worked.
Benjamin Maxwell Adams. Ella Reese Adams. Lydia Grace Adams. Mason John Adams. Sedona Michaela Adams. William Robert Adams. Mason Adcock. Luke Cole Agar. Diane Lynn Aiello. Liana Alani. Honorine Marie Elise. Hayden Matthew Allen. Skylar Ray Alvarez. Jonathan Scott Ament. Harriet Genfa Ampofo. Archer Jonah Anderson. Benjamin Reese Ankrum. Brooke Aspen Arms. Murphy Laura Marie Aspinall. Peyton Marshall Aubrey. Maya Lynn Babcock. Jesse Zachariah Bacon. Vienna Badia. Nina Baez. Jack Michael Balderas. Andrew Joseph Ball. Lily May Banka. Julie Ann Banks. Ethan Thomas Banyas. Evan James Banyas. Elizabeth Grace Barron. Brady Sean Barth. Sarah Stella Chapman.
Here.
Ryan Patrick Greenlee. Jacob Daniel Gonzalez. Maxwell Stephen Beach. Brady David Beck. Brendan Allen Bell. Nora Louise Benedict. Camille Juliet Benita. Christopher Andrew Benjamin. Gabriel Christian Bennett. Oscar Theodore Benson. Rowan Donald Robert Benson. Finn Reese Berard. Hannah Mary Marie Burnt. Claire Elizabeth Bessert. Charlize Jean Black. Brandon Alexander Blanks. Blake Monroe Timmons. Isaac Sejong Kwan. Logan Warren Hawley. Olivia Elizabeth Booker. Nathan Edward Borsheim. Nicholas Brian Boderoja. Aiden Christopher Brady. Michael Allen Branchow. Courtney Abigail Brialt. Shay Rosemary Breeden. Maxim Lee Brown. Dakota Andrew Brown Klaus. Emma Elizabeth Bruce. Xavier J. Brewski. Ava Marie Buckner. Riley Lynn Budney. Hannah Elizabeth Budzinski. Nicholas James Budzinski. Leah Christine Bikema. Lauren Christine Butcher. Evan Ramon Cabala. Lucas Hunter Kane. Nathan Allen Cairns. Olivia Grace Calderon. Grace Kennedy Campo. Haley Grace Campbell. Grace Louise Cantley. Zach Simone Carr. Joel Leland Carter. Diego Christopher Kasab. Joshua Elijah Cederman. Landon Christopher Chamberlain. Elijah Jackson Cheney. Micah Lee Cheney. Emerson K. Chapin. Isabel Nicole Chapman. Evelyn Rose Chick. Chloe Irene Christensen. Grayson Reed Clark. Abby Elizabeth Clow. Grayson Daniel Clifford. Brady Sean Cody. Grace Sadie Kaufman. Braden Joshua Cole. Ryan Jacob Cole. Carsey Caroline Collins. Cooper Charles Collins. Addison Marie Compton. Andrew Craig Connor. Joshua Scott Coolidge. Diego Cordoba Ortega. Jackson Russell Franklin Craglow. Kellen Austin Crocker. Mila Janine Crockett. Jorge Emilio Cruz Bello Jr. Julian Lee Cubero. Trey Nicholas Damian. Luke William Darnell. Addison Rose Davis. Brody Allen Davis. Grace Mackenzie Davis. Carly Maria Davis. Layla Ray Davis. Claire Abigail Mildred Dean. Lucas Alexander DeBell. Navino DeBlasi. Andrew J. Deering. Caden William DeGrendel. Samuel Adam DeKonik. Emma Grace Delcamp. Ellie Addison Delude. Evan Lee Desjardins. Nicholas Richard Detkowski. Lucy Caroline Diedrich. Megan Rose Elizabeth DeMock. Ashley Daniela Dominguez Correa. Nathan Michael Donahue. Ava Laura Dowd. Madison Ava Drake. Jonathan Daniel Dubray. Helena Amelia Duke. Logan Michael Dudek. Avery Faith Duffy. Devin Scott Dufour. Connor Patrick Dufresne. Braden Michael Dupree. Ashton James Dwight. Ava Lynn Dwight. Brady Paul Ebling. Antonio Maurice Edwards, Jr. Joshua Christopher Ellingsworth. Gabrielle Nicole Elliott. Stella Grace Emerson. Marcus Paul Emery. Lucas Benjamin Fallett. Ronan David Farner. Zachary Stephen Fenton. Abigail Lynn Finnerty. Sierra Alexis Fissette. Lauren Marie Fishtaller. Kiera Marie Fitzsimmons. Leah Diane Fitzsimmons. Reese Lauren Flannery. Nate Tyler Flaviani. Cody Dawson Fleming. Jackson Nash Fletcher. Oli Ryan Fonseca. Benjamin Michael Foster. Natalie Jade Fredrickson. Logan John Fuller. Kirsten Nicole Furness. Evan Julian Furno. Colton Dwayne Gabbard. Claire Mary Gotch. Mark Douglas Gadley, Jr. Dominic Giovanni Gaglio. John Foster Gardner. Keith William Garrison, Jr. Noah Christopher Gudritis. Devin Allen Gearing. Leah Rose Geis. Sawyer Aaron Ralph Gentili. Camden Kyle George. Jonathan Terry George. Isabella Ann Giampatroni. Vincent Michael Giannini. Sophia Lucille Gibson. Allison Bailey Gilbert. Austin Cole Godfrey. Devin Lee Gomez. Leah Maifua Gonzalez.
Allison Elizabeth Goodrich. Graham Alexander Goodrich. Annika Elise Griffin. Gabrielle Helena Grassi. Raquel Celestina Grassi. Jacob Matthew Guys. Benjamin Russell Guzel. Aiden Eber Hagedon. Syed Sherwin Hujimaras. Andy Jeffrey Hakala. Caleb Anthony Harmon. Kyra Ann Harris. Riley Dawn Harris. Calum Matthew Hartner. Noah Nicholas Harvey. Matthew Frederick Hayward Jr. Zephyr Jackson Fleming Heaton. Colton Todd Hedstrom. Audrey Gray Heinrich. Asher Edward Hemsworth. Avery Bell Henderson. Cecily Jade Henderson. Ava Sophia Henkel. Amara Elizabeth Henry. Isabel Wycliffe Henry. Amelia Erin Rose Hepler. Ellery Susan Hernandez. Grace Caroline Herron. Griffin Felix Hetrick. Michelle Sarah Ho. Drake Edward Hodgins. Jaden Susanna Hoffman. Evan Ryan Holler. Gabriel Matthew Howe. Addison Day Hubbard. Michaela Rebecca Lynn Hunt. Riley May Hunt. Ethan James Hurst. Deshaun Michael Hutchins. TJ Hyde. Bo Layton Jacobson. Caitlin Jean Jakubiak. Ava Jane Johnson. Stephanie Claire Johnson. Dylan James Johnston. Kennedy Ann Johnston. Xander Michael Jones. Madison Elizabeth Katz. Jacob Matthew Kaji. Sydney Marie Kaufman. John Mason Call. Scarlett Elizabeth Keenan. Gavin Ray Kaiser. Neela Olivia Keller. Aiden Thomas Kelly. Caitlin Grace Kelly. Skylar Logan Kelly. Elijah John Kern. Sir. Nolan James Kurgis. Catherine Bell Ketzler. Samuel Joseph King. Sarah Rachel King. Jocelyn Aaron Kirk. Sophia Lois Clasius. Savannah Rose Cleanow. McKenna K. Knowlton. Evan Reed Coral. Natalie Lynn Corchi. Alexandra Paula Kosarev. Austin Allen Krajnicki. Madison Catherine Kraus. Brighton Joseph Kroll. Elena Marie Kermaniak. Alan Wayne LaCroix. Monty Josephine Latta. Olivia Simone Laffner. Aiden George Lara. Joaquin Robert Lorraine. Kayla Sky Ledford. Preston John Lefevre. Jason Michael Legg. Paul Benjamin Lemieux. Olivia Grace Lewis. Paulina Grace Mayak. Parker Kane Lewis. Kyan Daniel Lays. Elia Frances Marie Lipke. Aubrey Marie Lobenstein. Ava Marie Lantine. Jada Unique Lopez. Hannah Marie Lorigan. Drew Margaret Losey. Morgan Francis Losey. Christian Hayden Lunsford. Erica Renee Luther. Kyle Michael Lynch. Hunter Xavier Maxon. Maria Victoria Magro. Sarah Josephine Mansour. Christopher Joseph Markle. Zachary Justin Marco. Lucas Donald Mars. Cecilia Diane Marsden. Jessica Ann Martin. Jason Andrew Martindale. Isaiah Allen Matthew. Juliette Monette Mayhew. Benjamin James Mayo Moyle. Marie Grace Mazo. Marley Ariana Mazer. Mackenzie Ann McDaniel. Caitlin Elizabeth McGivern. Mason Patrick McGuire. Evan Michael McIntyre. Ryan Arthur McKay. Sarah May McKee. Ethan James McLean. Noah Byron McLean. Riley Lauren McMurray. Heidi Madison McNamara. Alana Marie Medina. Timothy Lewis Meldrum. Matilda Menji Satoro. Ryan Patrick Merritt. Aaron Jacob McAuliffe. Lily O'Reilly Miles. Gracie Elizabeth Miller. Mason Thomas Miller. Nicholas Thomas Miller. Nunalyn Jasmine Miller. Wyatt Cole Miller. Jade Elizabeth Milliken. Isabel Jacqueline Milzow. Preston Louis Moik. Michael Joseph Moldovan. Laura Lynn Monson. Hello, hello. Robert Finn Mooney. Jaleesa Marie Morales. Audrey Lynn Morgan. Elia Marie Morgner. Ethan J. Morris. Caden Wayne Morrow. Avery Marie Myers. Laura Zemfira Navarro Tomas. Rylan Rose Olive Nelson. Addison Paige Newman. Camden Scott Newman. Addison Irene Newblatt. Connor Thomas Perkins Newton. Daniel Men Duk Nguyen. Tyler Mitchell Nemai. Jeremy Raymond Nord. Rose Elizabeth Norman. Jackson Timothy Nowick. Mark Louis O'Daniel. William Robert Osborne. Carson Leonard Osmolsky. Alexander Robert Osterman. Aiden Michael Pagel. Audrey Catherine Parrish. Kara Autumn Parker. Jaden Matthew Parks. Charlotte Olympia Parchenko. Avery Lynn Pate. Aisha Patel. Mahi Junik Putel. Sawyer Jack Petrello. Connor Michael Paul. William Mitchell Paulson. Hayden Ann Paxton. Rosalia Alice Pearson. Pierce Michael Peruski. Zachary Joseph Patterson.
Theodore Leonard Patenaude. Avery Grace Phillips. Charlotte Arabella Pinkerton. Owen Matthias Pliska. Jose Adolfo Ponce. Jonathan Edward Powers. Hannah Jolie Powers. Savannah Hope Powers. Liliana Josephine Pernito. Gage Howley Preston. Anthony Joseph Provencher. Elena Nicole Pruitt. Cameron Thomas Quain. Gavin Mitchell Raff. Diana Ramirez Ruvalcaba. Brooke Ashley Ratliff. Ella Virginia Reed. Aubrey Marie Reineck. Megan Patricia Rue. Brianna May Richards. Owen Charles Ritchie. Avery Vanessa Ritter. Ginger Ray Robinson. Anthony Valentin Rodriguez Pagan. Miklo Antonio Rosario. Quinn Saxton Rosenberg. Troy Allen Rosenberg. Brody Joseph Rotter. Brody John Roush. Henry J. Rowe. Aubrey Elise Rucker. Noah Keith Roop. Alexander Ruvalcaba Flores. Evan Page Ryan. Savannah Grace Ryan. Jordan Marie Saber. Maya Ashlyn Sadowski. Ian Douglas Saffold. Shay Ella Sampson. Samara Marie Santana. Evan Savoy. Joey Allen Saye. Thomas John Schaefer. Benjamin Matthew Schmidt. Douglas Andres Schoenfeld. Abigail Faith Schultz. Lily Angeline Scott. Peyton Marie Seeley. Lucas William Seedorf. Peter Brian Selenich. Leslie Rose Sell. Kaylee Grace Shannon. Ethan Riley Sharp. Emily Ann Sherman. Sophia May Shields. Erin Melita Shoitush. Ava Lee Sickmiller. Kendall Elizabeth Saradsky. Nathan Zakar Simachek. Elena Rose Simmons. Nolan Ryan Simmons. Andrew Wayne Simon. Teresa Fustina Skalitsky. Bryce Douglas Slater. Olivia Rose Sloan. Tanner Elizabeth Smith. Lindsay Marissa Smythe. Brenna Michelle Snow. Lily Genevieve Spencer. Catherine Grace Spiro. Ryan John Spurlock. Frank Michael Stanek Jr. Cameron Jewel Stanley. Braden Matthew Steen. Catherine Grace Stevens. Brady Merrick Stevenson. Lillian Marie Stevenson. Andrew Lewis Stepke II. Luke Thomas Stoyanov. Jacqueline Carol Suda. Lillian Sophanis Sunquist. Ashlyn Carol Siri. Zachary James Sweet. Connor Allen Swerts. Ava Donovan Sickle. Alexander Jonathan Taylor. Athena Marlene Tedder. Morgan Elizabeth Thalman. Alyssa Alice Thomas. Cameron Isabel Thomas. Claire Elizabeth Thomas. Trenton Thompson. Emma Payton Tisdall. Misha Adlina Tolkachur. Zachary Daniel Torres. Braden Marshall Tosi. Josephine Beatrice Tremblay. Audrey Noel Trevino. Michaela Rose Truby. Jack Arthur Tultz. Christopher John Turner. Dimitri Victor Eubine. Olivia Brooke Olyart. Olivia Day Upchurch. Alistair James Velasco. Reina Chilego Valentine. Gabriel James Van Gore. Alec Michael Van Morgelhem. Sophia Marie Van Vallis. Thomas Michael Vargas. Rachel Elizabeth Vaughn. Samantha Brooke Verbeek. Brendan Paul Verbecki. Faith Marie Victory. Eric James Wade. Ronald Roy Wade. Braden Michael Wechter. Emily Grace Walker. George Finn Walker. Jonathan Brody Walker. Marion Elizabeth Walters. Devin Patrick Wancourt. Dennis Bradford Wandry Jr. Jacob Robert Weslewski. Sorry, there was a spider. Angelica Sierra Watson. Ariana Julie Weaver. Braylon Daniel Weeks. Braden James Wyke. Carol Lynn Weidenbach. Samuel Aiden West. Richard Alexander Westerman. Molly Marine Wheeler. Dane Michael White. Marshall Williams. Lauren Page Williams. Aaron Lucas Wilson. Kent Michael Wilson. Sophia Sherry Winningham. Mackenzie Lee Wolf. Chloe Elizabeth Wood. Ian Woodruff. Evan William Woodward. Carter James Wright. Trinity Danielle Yak. Kendall Elizabeth Young. Cameron Thomas Zagorski. Ethan Hugh Zach. Bayla Francis Zarzicki. Jack Martin Zyman. Leighton Speed Zerba. Kira Lynn Zorski.
Has Kira sat down yet? There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the class of 2025. Hold your applause because it's almost official. President Need, members of the Board of Education, the administration of Clarkston High School and Clarkston Community Schools certifies that the class of 2025 has met all requirements established by the Board of Education and the state of Michigan to earn their Clarkston High School diplomas. Do you confer? All of you? Yes. They confer. Congratulations, it's official. As we get ready for our next vocal performance, I'd like to ask the members of the Executive Board who are going to do the tassel ceremony to come to the stage. You want to do it? You want to stand here or up there? Yep. Wait, they're going to sing. Take it easy. Take it easy. Graduates, make sure your tassels are on the right-hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence tonight with our orderly dismissal, students first, family and friends second, we've got one last part of our ceremony, and I believe, Jack, will you be taking the microphone?
All right, are we ready? Congratulations, class of 2025. You may now turn your tassel.
Congratulations, guys. Class of 2025. Thank you all for coming this evening, and thank you for taking a vested interest in your child's education.
Greg.